Hello, crafty friends. Hi, Kathy Girl and Glenn, Betty Gozzle, Annette, Roberta, and let's see, Sharma, yes, Glenn. I think I got everybody. If I didn't, please accept my apologies. Hey, we're going to have fun today. We have a really interesting assortment of crafts. We've never done this before, but some people seem to, hi Pam, some people seem to be afraid of the specialty kits, and some of them are really, really cool. You can make just some really fun things. So I decided that we needed to do a day where we just did kind of a sampler. Hi Betty. And this sampler is really well priced. It should be considerably more than it is. In fact, the specialty card kits seem to be going up quite a bit, and we still have a variety of these at $8.99, and they make 4 or 8 cards depending on the kit usually. Of course, this notelet set makes one of the holders, and it makes 8 note cards for $8.99. That's amazing. Now, this is currently the only ones I have of these are included in the bundle. So if you want this, you need to get the bundle today. But like I said, these other little projects, I think you'll find them fun, interesting, with instructions, easy to do. Their instructions are not always intuitive. So, since we have instructions for you on everything, let's just take a quick look again at what we're going to make today. Go ahead and put it on my hands, please. We're going to make the notelet set with the notelets. Ours will tie in a bow. We're going to make this super cute little trinket box. I have to admit, I had no idea how they did this. It's actually surprisingly easy to do. But wouldn't this be fun? I know that some of you, as well as paper crafters or jewelry makers and things, wouldn't it be fun to put a necklace, earrings, a little bracelet in this? Or if you're giving it to a crafty friend, tie a little ribbon around it and fill it up with like some little embellishments. Tie some little bows, some tiny bows, or add, a packet of pearls, a packet of glitter, just some gears, some fun things, and give that to a crafty friend. Or of course, there's always you could fill it with candy. I'd never turn that down personally. This is the acetate angel card. This one's gorgeous. The one we'll make today is even prettier because mine was missing the layering pieces for some reason, and ours today will be pretty. This is a beautiful dimensional card. It will stand up because it has this acetate fold at the sides, but it will squish flat to go in an envelope. So it's really kind of a fun one. And we have the teddy bear slider kit. When you pull up on the tab, I think I messed it up when I put it down last time. Well, but this is what it looks like, and we'll make a better one today. To tell you the truth, I almost wore mine out trying to figure out how you make this teddy bear slider. So it doesn't surprise me that mine is a little stiff on the inner workings, but I will show you now that I figured it out with Bryce's help how to make that thing work. Okay, and then we have this pop-out card, which I think is beautiful. If you want to write somebody a little message, what a nice way to be able to do that. And it still fits into the little envelope really nicely. Once you figure this out, you can put these poppers in any card you want to. So, hello, Susan. This is a really neat technique to be able to kind of copy the technique and use this in your own cards. I really, really like this one. So if I were you, and since these kits, most of these are now retired, you can't buy them anymore. I don't have any guilt in telling you. I would take me some pattern ideas off of some of these to make my own. You know, you could easily trace yourself a pattern off of this, off of this little notelet set and be ready to make some of your own and, maybe make some patterns here to use these ideas in the future. Before we get going on the actual kits, I have a few things I want to remind you of. I have this super cute. I love this book. I was not joshing you yesterday when we went through here, and I told you I just love these plaids with the gold. But like so many things, I got a good deal on this one. So you're getting a good deal on this one. I love these soft plaids. In case you didn't see it in Brit's Bargain, this plaid, the pastel plaids with the foiled paper, is supposed to be $7.99. It's on sale today for $4, half price. Brand new item in, and I put it at half price. So be sure you catch one or two of those if you want to. I also put on sale in Brit's Bargains this one, which I truly love. I was just telling you yesterday how I'm always looking for leaf dies, and this is a really, really good deal. It's also on sale in Brit's Bargains. So catch some of those good bargains while you're at it, along with anything else you're looking for. I wanted to show you a couple of. I'm lost. Does everybody already have this before class? And how does this sign up work, please? Yes, Glenn, that's a most excellent question. So, Glenn, in our store, it's about the third category down. You will see a category that says live stream videos. And then there's a tab underneath this that says for old videos. If you open that tab up, you will see all the upcoming classes and the ones that have been just within the last week or two. That's where you can pick up this kit that will have the notelet set and all four of these projects in one kit for you. And it's $15.99, $16. And you get this $9 notelet set plus one each of these projects that would normally be in this particular kit today. These would normally be in a kit all their own. So if you particularly like doing one of these, you can go to the store. If you want to do more trinket boxes, you can buy the trinket box separately also. It's, I believe, $8.99 and it makes four. So yeah, but you're going to have one in your kit. You can make the acetate cards, and I believe they normally make four. And it's a different price. I don't know off the top. If you like the teddy bear sliders, you get four of them in a kit. And if you like this one, you can buy one with four in a kit. I'm doing a sampler today so you can try it all out. When you see something in the store that you want, you go ahead and buy it. And then in many cases, you can buy these kits ahead of when the class actually happens. So those who already have this kit can work along with me today to actually complete these projects. If you don't have the kit, but decide as you're watching it that you like it, you can go get the kit after the class and then have it sent to you. When it gets to you, you can just rewatch this video and have all the instructions available for completing the kit. So when I show you, when I do my, at the end of each video, I do my kind of coming attractions. That's to show you what kits are out there and available for you to go ahead and purchase for future classes. And if you're looking at, you just enjoy our videos and want to go back and watch some of the older ones, if you want to know if some of those older kits are available, you can click on that sub tab of the video kits. And there's one that says for older videos. And then you can go back and you can see the stuff that happened a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. Some of them, we have some kits out there from a year ago. still available for you. So that's how our kits work. I hope that helps to explain our processes. I want to show you a couple of recent cards we've gotten. This just cracked me up. Keep calm and wag on. And this was a card that just came in, hoping Teddy gets lots of treats and snuggles for his birthday. It was a Teddy birthday card from Laura Hernandez. Teddy's birthday is on the 20th of this month. Isn't that really super cute the way she did that? I love your paper placement, Laura, if you're watching this later. I really love the way you combine the colors, you use the space. It's beautiful. Really, really pretty. I do have a couple cards that came in last night that I haven't opened yet. I was busy trying to get What's New Wednesday video out there. Now, this is not a handmade card. This was a Mother's Day card from my daughter, but I just thought it was really intriguing with the number of pop-up elements they included in it. And, I always have to look at these and see how was that constructed. And it's actually simpler than you think. But isn't that cute? That was from my daughter for Mother's Day. She bought it because she knew I would like to look at the construction. And this is the one that I really want to show you. This is probably, honestly, one of the prettiest cards I think I've ever gotten. Back up just a tad. Well, here we go. Let me get in closer and you go ahead and come back. This is one of the prettiest cards I think I've ever gotten. This was a creation by Roberta, and boy, she did a good job on this. It's beautiful. Now, you may not see everything from a distance, but she's layered. She's used a DL card. She has layered that, and she's put outline stickers. And she has outlined the edges of her layers in her stickers, which I think is really, I have not done this, and I think that's really a particularly beautiful technique. She has die cut into this topper page, and she has set a die cut piece, and I think that's actually one of the Couture Creations dies that we used in the animal kingdom. So a lot of you guys have this. She die cut a piece to go in behind her apertures that she cut here that has a white trellis with a blue background. It matches her papers perfectly. Then she die cut and colored some flower stems from the dragonfly class, and she tucked those down into these apertures. She really spent a lot of time on this card. And Roberta, it's really appreciated, babe. This is truly one of the prettiest cards I think I've ever gotten. She double layered her dragonfly. She stamped one, and then she stamped it again, and she heat embossed these. And then she raised the dragonflies up and gave them a little extra perk on the wings so that, they look like they're in flight. I need to raise this one again because it should be a little perkier. But so we've got the dragonflies looking like they're in flight. Hi, Sue. This is just, and not only that, it's some of my absolute favorite colors. So, Roberta, kudos to you for an extremely beautiful example of a card. She's got little coordinating pearls here at the top, just an extra little touch. It's really, 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 really beautiful. I'm going to keep this one forever. It's beautiful. I really, really like it. So there you go. There's a couple samples. If I haven't shown your sample yet, please don't be offended. I try to keep track of which ones I've shown and which ones I haven't, but sometimes I get confused. So if I haven't shown your sample, please don't think I'm faulting anything. And I have several cards in there addressed to different family members that just haven't been opened yet. Hello, Thelma. Welcome, friend. So anyway, let's get on with our project of the day. And I know that you guys are loving the kittens. So let's just get right into the kittens kit first, shall we? Remove our other 4 projects out of the way for a minute. On the slider card, I already told Bryce, I'll admit it. I already told Bryce, honey, if you see me getting confused with putting that together, you just stand up and come around and help me. The directions I found really confusing for that one, but it's really cute when it goes together good. Like I said, I just kind of wore mine out trying to get it together. And then he walked in and kind of quickly figured out what was happening. So, okay, we're going to start with the notelet set. And in the notelet set, you get a nice long piece of ribbon. One of the things I told you guys is yours is going to tie better than mine because I just ran my ribbon clear across mine. I should have cut it and brought it out to the edges so I just had a little bit more material to work with. So we will cut ours today. In fact, I'm going to do that right this second, just so I cannot forget. Because this needs to be able to tie in a bow. So I'm going to cut that ribbon right now. You get envelopes for all our notelets, and there's a total of 8 notelets available in your kit. The notelets are all ready to go. We just have to score them. I do recommend a scoreboard for this. So we've got all these beautiful cards ready to go. We've got the cover to our creation, and then we've got the 2 pieces. We'll go ahead and pop those out, and then in the center between the 2 pieces they give us some little sentiments that can be foamed onto some of our notelet cards. So they've kind of thought of everything here. Okay, and you're going to be amazed how easy this is. Like I said, I was tempted to take a pattern of this because it's such an easy creation, and yet who'd have thought of it? You know, they did. I give kudos to Hunkydory for some of the creativity they put into their kits. We're just simply going to fold these pockets and glue them in, guys. So I'm going to start with my largest pocket. I'm going to fold it, and I have pre-scored fold lines here. You just won't believe how easy this is. The ribbon's going to go between these 2 pieces when they're glued in. So we'll start by putting, look how easy this is going to be. Now they use tape. I actually decided I liked doing glue. You could use red liner tape if you wanted, but the glue gives me just a little bit of flexibility for being able to wiggle this about just to get myself, get things really nice and straight. So I decided to use glue on mine. Well, Roberta, you did a simply fabulous job on that card. Once again, kudos to you. It's one of the prettiest I've ever received, and I'm not joshing you. That is the truth. And I think your creativity and ingenuity and the way you put it together was just spectacular. That's a card that belongs in a design magazine right there. Okay, so I'm going to put my glue down. I'm going to line this up with my bottom edges. It folds up. The little scalloped flap folds up over the notelets. So see what I mean? I can kind of get my fingers in there and line everything up just really nice and perfect in here with the glue. And I do like that. I want it to be nice, pretty, even. This little notelet set does give you a place that you can write either on this back panel, or when you're giving it, you can write on this inside too. Okay. Now right here before I glue down my other one, this is where I'm going to put my ribbons in. So I'm going to attach my ribbons right down here, about an inch or two from the bottom. Yes, the leaf die is in Brits Bargains, I believe, or it should be. I was working on it last night, so unless I got, can you tag that in Brits Bargains?
What was it?
The leaf die, the orchard leaves. They should be in Brits Bargains.
Coming up is just the pad.
Okay, well, I will fix that and put it in Brits Bargains. The orchard leaves, maybe you could just look it up. It's number.
Weird. It shows it briefly and then it disappears.
Huh. Sometimes I have these challenges. Okay, let's tag it anyway. It's number 2343. If you search that, we'll get you a link. What's the regular price and sale price on that?
Regular is $11 and it's $5.99.
Yeah, it's regular $11 and it's $5.99 on sale. Bryce is going to put a link here for you on that orchard die. For some reason, it's not showing properly in Brits Bargains, but you can just grab it out of the web store. 2343 is your number for that orchard die, and you get 2 dies that each have, I believe, 3 leaves. Yeah, you get 2 dies in here. Each die cuts all 3 leaves. So if you wanted to do them in different colors or something, you could. They're not real big, but they are really pretty, and they will be fun for bringing out from under a variety of different flowers that you make. Okay, so I'm just folding this up. Can you believe how easy this is, guys? Look how easy this is. I just can't believe it. Look, we're going to put this pocket on top. When I first scheduled this class, it was just going to be this. I finished it in like 15 minutes. And I thought, that won't do. That's not a class. That's when we came up with, okay, let's do a sampler too. Let's do some samples of other things. So I had him bring me one more thing. I did that. I did it in 10 minutes. And then I said, okay. All right. So I'm going to set this pocket right on top of the other pocket. And because I'm gluing it, I'm going to line up all my corners pretty. And I'm going to hold it in place for just a second. But I'm liking the way it's looking all the way around. All of my lines are lined up pretty. And how simple is that, guys? Wow. And that's our little notelet holder. Can you believe it? So simple and easy to do. Now, when you think about this, Margie's home sick today, so you got me and Bryce today. Margie doesn't have COVID. Her granddaughter brought a bug home from school, and she and James both got it. So they've all been sickies. And she told me how she has just had such a runny nose and sneezes and coughs and things. And I said, Margie, I love you, but I do not want to see you until you are completely well. So don't come in. I love you and don't come in. We do not need that stuff around here. Oh, well, it's been an interesting day around the Hamiltons today. We took the mob, all three kitties, all three of our kitties. Dad doesn't do this, but we took all three of our kitties. Well, my glue is being a little problematic. And it's actually fine. It's just not holding as well as I think it should. I actually probably have too much glue is the problem. But I'm gonna put that back down on there and hold that a minute till this all settles nicely. So we took all three kitties. We took our 14-year-old kitty, Taz, and we took Fergie, our great big fat cat, who actually lost 4 pounds. 4 pounds. We've been trying to keep him out of the cat food. And I'll show it again, Mary R, because I don't want you to miss it. It's beautiful. Fergus, and then we took Lauren's cat, Meredith, into the vet, as well as Teddy, for their semi-annual checkups today, and updates on shots and anything else they need, blood tests and deworming, and the whole kit and caboodle. So I just slid my envelopes into the back pocket. Now let's go ahead. I'll show that card next between projects, Mary. Let's get our scoreboard out here. And let's see that these are 10 inches wide. So these are 5x5 cards. So I'm going to just score them on 5. You'll notice I'm using a Score Pal instead of an adorable scoreboard for this. I love the adorable scoreboard for making boxes, but I find it cumbersome to use for just regular simple scoring jobs because the numbers are all cattywampus. In order to line up and make just regular size score lines, you have to measure everything from the right. And I'm forever forgetting the extra little lip they've got in there for the box lids. So candidly, for simple jobs, I really like my Score Pal. I have both the adorable scoreboard and this one. And like I said, there's nothing like the adorable scoreboard when it comes to making boxes. But I really prefer this one for the simple jobs. Get a nice, clean, beautiful score. So Meredith and Taz are both so naughty at the vet's office when we take them there that we have to administer medication an hour before we take them, because they will just tear up the veterinary staff. They're like them as kitties. They're naughty kitties. And Fergie's real name is Derek. When we got them, they were both rescues, and it was like they were named after Derek and Meredith from Grey's Anatomy. But we went to the show one time and watched the animated movie Brave, and there was a character engraved called Fergus, and I came home and started calling calling Derek Fergus McFluff, and calling him Fergie for short, and it stuck. So Derek became Fergus. And Fergie really matches him better than Derek ever did. But he's on his veterinary record, he's called Derek, aka Fergie. There we go. So we've got all of these just adorable little note cards. Aren't these cute? These are so sweet. And then we have the tags to put on them. So we're going to punch out some greetings. They give us 7 tags instead of 8, so you have to decide which one doesn't get one. But they do match the colors in these toppers really well. So I don't remember which one I didn't give it to last time. The little tags say with love, thank you, congratulations, just for you. Just for you. Just a note to say, best wishes, happy birthday. So you kind of get something for all occasions here. You guys have met my friend Laura, who has come to craft classes a time or two. Laura has 2 cats that are the joy of her life. I mean, these never have 2 cats been loved more than Laura loves her cats. And she's really, since she's gotten these, she calls them her kittens. They're now like 2, maybe 3 years old, but they will forever be her kittens. Since she's gotten the kittens, they're actually Corey's kittens, but since they have gotten the kittens, Laura has just become really a cat person, really a cat person. And she just went back to work. She works for AAA, and she just went back to work in the office. And so on her birthday, I invited her over. I told her I'd buy her dinner. But I wanted to give her something too, besides just, dinner. So I grabbed this little notelet set and I gave it to her, and recommended she take it to work. And that way she'd have some little cards for different occasions available. And so I assume that's what she did with it. I'm not sure. But she loved this set. She thought this was just beautiful. And what an easy gift, huh? It's a perfect gift for when you just want something for somebody. This little kitten, he might be a good one to just leave as is, since he has the time on the flower basket. He's kind of dark, so I think I'll skip that one for the moment. I'm going to do this one with love on the corner of these little kittens playing on the teddy bear. That just seems to fit, and it's kind of an orange tag. Everybody was healthy. Fergie has hyperthyroidism, we discovered, so he came home with some medicine. But everybody on the whole was very healthy and happy today. So I was glad to see that. You'll all be glad to know that Teddy got a stellar report. His weight was perfect and his condition was described as ideal. So Teddy could not be healthier. And both of my naughty kitties were pretty good. They both withstood their exams okay, although the vet sent their worm medicine home for us to give them. She said, "We'll let you do this at home." I said, "Oh, thanks." I said, "I don't mind giving it to Taz so much. I mean, she's actually a pretty lovable wonderful kitty when she's at home. She's just naughty when she goes to the vet's office. But Meredith, Lauren's kitty, she's just plain scary. Most kitties don't want to hurt you. If you tick Meredith off, she doesn't care if she hurts you. She's a naughty kitty. So that will be, I said to Bryce on the way home, well, the worm medicine, Lauren can get involved in that. Bryce and I had to give her a sedative. We couldn't get her to eat it in wet cat food. Taz just wolfed it down in the wet cat food, and she thought that was pretty good. So we thought that was a triumph. Look at this. Look at this picture. We thought that was a triumph, getting her to take her food nicely and take her medicine. Meredith, on the other hand, would have nothing to do with the wet food, so we had to wrap her in a blanket and put her food, take her medicine and mix it with water and give it to her via a syringe in her mouth this morning. And I'll tell you, Bryce and I are a lot bigger and theoretically stronger than Meredith is. But that cat was all the two of us could handle, trying to get enough of that sedative into her so she would not tear up the veterinarian. Look at this one. I love these cats. They're just... Unless anybody's body parts are falling off, we stay away. I kind of appreciate your sentiment on that one, Kathy, girly girl. Oh, yeah, but all of my critters, other than Fergie's hyperthyroidism, which is new, we had not encountered that before. Everybody's healthy. And Fergie won't be too bad to give the pills to. He's got to have pills twice a day for the next 50 days. But he won't be too bad. I'll put him in some pill pockets and he'll scarf those right down because he kind of lives by the theory. Did you say treats? He loves his treats, that guy. Oh my gosh, it sounded like a chorus. And then, because Teddy was wondering why his kitties were all upset, Teddy was whining and carrying on, trying to get back to the kitties, trying to figure out what was wrong with his kitties. He did not like the fact that his cats were in carriers. He wanted those cats out and happy again. He was quite disturbed that we had his kitties in there. This one is part of the ones that I have left in it are all in the kits. But the kit's only $16 and you get 4 extra projects plus this one for $16. So, oops, that's the one that already had the notelets in it. So here's our box. We've just put the sentiments on them. I'll show you where I put them in case you care. There's no right or wrong to it. There is some color matching with some of the backgrounds. So it's kind of easy to see where they might have thought they should go. So there we go. I'm going to slide these little notelets into their little case we just prepared for them. They slide right in there. Of course, the little tags kind of try to get caught on them. So here, let me take that back out. Put it in again. Slide these together.
Short pet with pot of treats.
Well, I don't think, I was just saying, I don't think Fergie will give us a hard time about taking his medicine at all. We'll pop it in a pill pocket and he will be a happy boy. He'll get treats twice a day. And then it's just going to leave us with the other two wondering, hey, how come he gets treats twice a day? You said treats and biscuit hurt you. You know, when I call Jordan, who's still right now back in Connecticut, my grand puppies, I've got them a little spoiled. And when I call Jordan and talk to her, I always have her get the treats out, and I have the dogs do tricks for me, and then they get treats. And so every time Gypsy, her big dog, she's a Catahoula spotted leopard dog, every time Gypsy hears my voice, she thinks she should get treats. Jordan's always saying, Mom, don't get her going. Mom, just don't get her going. I say, you get that puppy her treats, because she needs treats when she talks to her grandma. So there we go. There it is, already done. Isn't that cute? So there we go. We've got the first of 5 projects finished. Let's go on to our next one. What did I do with my garbage can over here? They moved it on me, huh? They moved it on me. Okay.
Imagine that cleans your space.
Okay. Well, I guess that we're right into the slider card next, because that's what's next in my stack. So this is the teddy bear slider card. We have a couple of pieces for this. It only takes like 3 pieces. I believe these come 4 to a kit. You want to link this kit for them, please, in case anybody wants to do one of the projects but doesn't want to do the others. The only one that's only available through the kit is the Notelet set. Huh? I don't have the number. Maybe I do. No, I don't. It's called the Teddy Bear Slider Reveal. Teddy Bear Slider Reveal. Now, these pieces, come in close if you will, hon. There are 3 pieces you need, thank you, for each of these cards. This is the little stand that we'll use when we're, as our last piece. We've got the image, and they've got these little die cut pop outs on one side. So you'll pop those out and make sure that this is all free to move all the way across. So it's got a little die cut on one side, a punch out on the other. So we're going to remove all of these little die cuts here on this side. That just pops right out. And we need to make sure this is free to move on this side. Thank you for linking that. What is this? Isn't this 4 for $8.99? 4 cards in this set, I believe.
3 left in stock.
There's 3 of these left in stock.
$8.99.
It's $8.99 for the collection of, I believe, 4 slider cards, but Bryce is checking that. Okay, so here's
Yep,
what it
4
looks like.
different designs.
Okay, good. So you got 4 cards for $8.99 in this kit separately. So that's what I want this to look like. Now I'm going to take this larger piece. I'm going to pop out. This is all the options for sentiments. They actually give you a bunch of sentiments because you know that Hunkydory doesn't waste any room when they print. And then when I come over here, I am going to find that there are some more die cuts, little pop out pieces on this piece. This is called the certificate piece. This is really cute. I want to show it to you. All the teddy bears have a different certificate. This one says, "Sent with love, enjoy your special day." And then it says, "Hello, we are Beatrice, Charlene, and Arthur Bear, and we are best friends." Sorry, in this light it's sometimes hard to read. Best friends, please look after us and love us. We are happiest when we are together, laughing, drinking tea, and eating cake. And then it's got a little certificate here. It's just really cute. Okay, now there's also a little pop out piece on this side. So I'm going to pull out these little 5 die cut pieces here. Now, you need this one as red liner tape is recommended. So I'm going to pull my red liner tape and I am going to put a piece of red liner tape on the certificate side just to the right of the score line. Just to the right of the score line. And I'm putting it on the face of the card. Then I'm also going to put a little piece of red liner tape on this little tab at the bottom. I'm going to rub my red liner tape on good. So I want that to really hold. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pre-fold this. So I'm going to pre-fold that. And I'm going to pre-fold this coming up. Oops. I actually folded it the wrong direction. Let's try it again. I'm going to pre-fold it. And I'm going to pre-fold this coming back. So you know you have it folded right when the certificate is showing in the center of your frame. I folded it wrong to start with. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to put my bear image underneath this one. And I'm going to start putting these brown tabs from the certificate under the image pieces. So I want this one to go up inside, then under the next tab, I want this one to go up underneath. Then I want this one to go up underneath on that image. So as we put these through, I'm substituting the teddy bear image as what you see for, rather than the certificate is what you see. When you get to the bottom, now we fed all those tabs up under that image. So now we're seeing the teddy bear instead. And then we're going to take this bottom one and we're just going to put it underneath. So what you will see now is the teddy bear image. I'm going to fit that image right here in place. I'm going to peel off this tape.
You might tell them that those old openings on the other side are not used.
Yeah, don't get all confused by the fact that we have these openings on the side, because that's one of the things that was confusing me. And that's not something you have to be concerned about. What we need to be concerned about is just fitting those flaps in right, so that the teddy bear that starts out in the back comes to the front as we fold those tabs. And then what should happen, if we have a moment of prayer here, is that when we pull this up, you see the certificate. And then we can slide it back down and it becomes the teddy bear. Up and down. And see, this one works properly because I don't have all my pieces bent up like I did on my first one. Isn't that cute? So you have that little message about the teddy bears being happiest when they're together, having their tea and eating their snacks. Isn't that cute? So this is actually really easy to assemble if you follow my directions. You get 4 of these cards in a kit. In your sampler that we're doing, you'll get 1 of these cards. The trick is to make sure that you put the bear image underneath and then start feeding those brown tabs underneath it. And then it will work just perfectly. Isn't that cute? And so we have a little greeting to put on here. I'm going to put this on the bottom, to a wonderful friend, because that would be cute. No matter what the friend's age, you can put any of the sentiments you like. And I'm going to put to a wonderful friend right across the bottom. Here we go. I'm going to pop that up on little foam tape. And I'm going to put, oh, I like this. We have bear hugs, happy birthday, or celebrate with cake. And I think I might want, oh, I don't know. That's a tough one. I think I'm going to go ahead and put the happy birthday on it. That was tough, though. The celebrate with cake is really cute, and bear hugs is cute. Now, be sure when you put this sentiment on that it doesn't overlap this sliding part at all, because you don't want the sentiment to be holding up the sliding function. So here we go, all finished. And note that I totally disregarded the little side places there. When I was messing around with this, I kept trying to fit the ends into those side places. And that's just not something you have to worry about. But I do think this is adorable. So there's our bear slider card. Okay, we're ready for, I told Mary I would let her have a quick look at Roberta's card. Do go back and look at the beginning of the video, though, Mary, because I describe a lot about the way that Roberta has constructed this card. But I did say I'd show it to you again. Do go back and look at the beginning of the video, though, too. This is that card. It's just one of the prettiest ones I've ever gotten. Here's the vellum that Roberta's talking about having heat embossed on the vellum. She's layered the dragonflies. So they have little perky vellum wings. She's die cut apertures and put a patterned paper or another die cut in the apertures and then cut out flowers and put in. It's beautiful. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next one. Okay. Next up, I think we'll do that little box. I love that little box. It's very fun to do. The little box is really, really fun. You only need 2 pieces of paper to do the box. The trinket box, you'll have 1 full sheet and then a half a sheet that has the drawers. The drawers are very easy to put together. We're going to do those first. Just pop it out. You're not going to believe how easy this is. So I just pop out the 3 drawers, and then they're going to look fairly obvious what we're going to do here. We're going to fold on the score lines. We have an extra little tab. That extra little tab's going to get either some red tape or a bit of glue. I glued mine. So I'm going to fold that tab over and glue it. And then I'm going to fold the next tab over and glue it. Continuing on around my trinket box. Probably would have been better to fold all those tabs in advance. Folding those up and holding them. Sometimes a paper clip can work really well for holding all these little pieces while you're working. But I don't think I even need it here. This is matte paper. It accepts the glue really, really well. So there's my first little drawer finished. I'm gonna do all 3 of them. It's fun that they made the 3 drawers in slightly different colors for this one. Just pre-folding and folding the little tabs in here. Okay. And I'm just going to put a little glue on the inside of those corners. Hold those in place. Bring these up. Hold them in place. Line that one up again because it tried to slide on me. I really love those little bear slider cards. I just hated them yesterday when I was trying to figure out how to make the pattern work. But now I love them, now that I know how to do them. Okay, second drawer done. Third drawer in the works. Just scoring and folding, or not even scoring, just folding on the score lines. Add a little glue to each one of these tabs on my drawer. It's working out well for me with the Cosmic Shimmer glue to put my glue on all four at the same time, because the glue has a chance to get just a little bit tacky that way, and it holds well. So there we go. 1, 2. Push those in place and hold them just for a second. Now move to the other two. Hold those for just a second. Hi, Mary G. Good to see you. We're working on our little trinket box. All right, so we're done with that piece. Now we're going to pop out our assembly for the outside of the box. And all of these other elements on the sheet are to decorate it if you want, or to use for other projects. Hi, Stephanie. Okay, so let's fold our box up. Just folding on all the score lines. Then we have some little tabs to fold also, where we're gluing. It only takes a couple of those little tabs to actually be able to glue this together. So I'm going to put a little, after I've folded everything, I'm really folding everything inward towards the softer color side. So I'm folding everything in on itself. Does that make sense? I'm folding all of my score lines are folding towards the softer color. Now you might think, well, that looks like a hot mess, but it's not. It's not bad at all. We're going to take this piece that has the little fold on it, and I'm going to bring this over and I'm going to glue this straight edge piece to it. Okay? So I'm just going to grab my glue bottle. I'm going to put some glue on there, and then I'm going to fold this tab over. Or I'm not going to fold it over. I'm just going to bring this straight edge piece over to meet up with that tab. Simple as that. Yes, this is Rose Gold Trinket Box. Can you link this one for me, please? It's one of the few rose gold pieces we have left. I loved that collection.
What's that called?
Rose Gold Trinket Box. Just put in trinket, Trinket. Should pop right up for you. I think it's the only trinket box we have. I'm going to take that other tab and I'm going to fold this in. I'm just lining up that nice, long, solid piece with that tab, and now my box opens and closes. The next thing I'm going to do is put my drawers in my trinket box. I need to look at my sample and keep the instructions out for this one. Okay, 2 drawers go on this side, so I'm going to put glue on 2 sides of my little drawer. Okay, and I'm going to fit that drawer right in to the top of my box with the open side of my drawer up. How simple is that, huh? Now I'm going to get a second drawer. I'm going to put glue on two sides. I'm going to fit that into the same side and go right to the bottom. Hold that there for just a second. Now I have all my drawers on one side. Now I'm going to come to this side. I'm going to put glue on two sides of my drawer. Wouldn't this just be so cute to put little handmade jewelry or little embellishments if you're giving it to a crafty friend? Or I'd like to make jewelry, and I just think it'd be really fun to put earrings, a bracelet, and a little handmade necklace in these drawers. I'm going to match that up to fit right in the middle between those other two boxes, so that it just folds in on itself. Now it's the fun, well, that was the fun part too, but now I'm just going to decorate it a little. And and this is what I did with my last one. I had a little happy birthday circle, and I added a dimensional dot and another piece on top of that. I had some little flowers and a butterfly. I put all of those on one side, and of course I dimensionalized my butterfly wings because there's just certain things I must do. I liked the saying, so I put on the "leave a little sparkle wherever you go" on this side. I just put a flower on this side, and "you're one of a kind" on the other. So you're going to have a bunch of different embellishments that you can choose from. And if I was giving this as a gift, I think I'd wrap a piece of ribbon around it to hold the drawers closed, and I just tie it off in a little bow. So that's how you do it. And here's our little box we just created. So simple, so pretty, so elegant. We actually have quite a few of these trinket boxes. Now I'll tell you what I'm going to do. After class today, I will put all of these kits that I'm showing you in Brit's Bargain for 10% off. So if you want to try the trinket boxes and you want to make a set of 4 of those, they'll be discounted by 10%. If you want to try the teddy bear sliders, you could. I think. I'm not sure. Actually, yeah, you could put a magnet. Could you? I think you could. You could put a magnet on the bottom here, but I don't think you actually need to. Just a little pretty piece of ribbon tying around the box would take care of any propensity to want to open. But I'm going to put these on sale this afternoon as soon as we're done with class. Oh, you know what I forgot? I just realized I had a piece sitting here from my teddy bear slider. It actually has a stand-up stand on it. To use that stand-up stand, all we're going to do is glue this piece to itself. Okay? So it's brown on the outside. And then I'm going to take that teddy bear card. I'm going to add this little stand to it.
You folded that the other way. There.
Yeah, I just had to fix it. I want the brown side out on the stand, so I just fixed that. So I want the brown side out. And now I've got a cute little stand to sit on the back of that card, so that will stand up. I think the magnet to use might be like magnet strip that's really thin if you wanted to put a magnet on it. So there we go. That's our trinket box, our slider card, and our notelet set. We have 2 left. I think next we'll do the little aim, or excuse me, I think we'll do the, I want to do this fold out card. Okay. This one's so simple. I just couldn't get over how simple this is, but it's beautiful. This is Paintdrop Florals Burst Open Concept Card. You get the card itself. That's this piece. It's colored on the inside and patterned on the outside. If you already ordered before you got the discount, I'll go ahead and apply the discount to your account. So don't worry if you already bought one of the projects from today because you didn't want to miss it. I'll put the 10% back, or I can put it on as an account credit if nobody minds my doing it that way. Okay. So in these Paintdrop cards, you have a bunch of decorations or sentiments. You have a little band to go around the card to hold it closed, and you have the patterned paper. You want to fold the patterned paper in on itself, and we're going to fold that paper. It actually has some score lines on the back side. Just fold that according to the score lines. So you can see, I want you to see the score lines here. Come in closer, honey. You can see it has, there we go. It's not score lines, but it has little dashed lines to show you where to fold it. So we're going to fold it according to those lines. Teddy out? Okay, it's one of the neighbor dogs. Okay. We're so careful about not letting Teddy bark and disturb the neighbors, but unfortunately the neighbors don't necessarily abide by the same code. Their dogs bark and bark and bark. Okay. And so once we have folded it, we have all these pretty little score lines. Now I'm going to reverse the fold on the 2 sides. It's kind of like our tea bag folding here, isn't it? I'm going to reverse the fold on these 2 sides so that this will all fold down into a pretty little packet. You could actually, I'll tell you what to do that will make this process easier. Fold it on all the fold lines, then refold it the opposite direction. That's going to break the fibers and make this part easier to do. Now I want to bring in the 2 sides like this. Okay, bring in the 2 sides. and you have this little packet. So really all you're doing when you're making this pop-out card is folding across, across, and one side diagonally. And that's all you have to do to make this pretty little pop-out. Now I'm going to take this, I'm going to put glue on the on the panels that don't have a fold line in them. So easy. So very easy to do. I'll put this right to the line. I'm going to center this. It actually gives me the card shape gives me a perfect position for my insert. But if you were doing this with another card, it would be quite easy too. Just bring your point up to the fold line and center this in the middle of your card. And do another little light line of glue around here and close this flap. And what we have is a really pretty pop-out design. How easy is that, guys? You could do this with your regular everyday cards, couldn't you? Make that pop-out design so easy. Now, if you want this pop-out set, we do have a link for this. This is called Paintdrop's Florals Burst Open Concept Card. Burst Open Concept Card. I'm going to take this little strip that they give me. It's foiled on one side, not foiled on the other, so be sure you fold the foiled side to the outside. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on that tab. I'm going to put that tab right up against the other side, and that's going to form my band for my card. Hold that for just a second. Now I want to put whatever I want for sentiment on here. I've got sending lots of love on your birthday, wishing you a day full of happy. That one's not foil. I actually can't read that one. Okay, birthday wishes. I think that's what I want. You're one of a kind. I like the birthday wishes, but there's some really pretty. Look how pretty these tags are here. We need to keep these for a different project. And sending lots of love. Boy, I'm going to go with the birthday wishes oval, I think, on mine. And I'm going to put, where's my bigger foam squares? Here they are. I'll put a little foam under there. These are those cheapy foam squares. I like them, but sometimes they're a little flat, so I'm going to put 2 of them under this one. Just to get me enough dimension. I'm going to put that right in the middle of that prettiness there. And I tell you what, I think I saw another happy birthday. Sending lots of love. I'm going to put this piece here on my band. The sending lots of love, it'll fit perfectly. So I'm going to put this on my band. Then you're going to have extra artwork to use on different projects. And I'm going to put this right onto the band, sending lots of love. I like that. Here we go. This band slides right over to keep your card closed. The band and everything will fit nicely in your envelope. The other thing you can do is turn this around. So on one side you have the greeting, on the other side you have the band with the artwork. There we go. That's our fourth project. Isn't that cute? I love those little pop-out cards, and how simple is that? One reason I wanted to do this is because I wasn't sure how they did that, believe it or not. And there's my stickers I lost. And look how easy that was. We have one project left. How's our time, huh?
5:21.
5:21. We're going to be done here in 20 minutes or so. Okay. Did you find the yep, you did. Okay, next we're going to do the Little Angels concept card collection. This is going to be called, or this is the Acetate Diorama card. The Acetate Diorama. Okay. With this diorama kit, you should have a 1 yard piece of, approximately 1 yard piece of 1/8 inch ribbon included. I'm going to cut that in half to use on the 2 sides of my kit. You have in your kit an acetate piece with some die cut acetate. Punch those out. I've already done that. I actually did it on accident yesterday. I didn't realize my acetate sheets were stacked up, and I punched them both out at the same time. On the smaller of the two, the little center piece comes out. And I'm going to take a pokey tool or my sharp blade scissors or just something that's pokey. And I'm going to punch out the little circles along the acetate. So here we go. Let's see, I got all of them out on that side. Some of them are kind of pre-punched, so that was easy. Now I'm going to punch out the others. And it will be, sometimes because this is acetate, it doesn't cut absolutely all the way through, so you have to kind of pull those little circle pieces off. Go ahead and take those off, because if you leave them on, it's going to get in the way of your feeding the ribbon through. So let's just get rid of those. And that piece is all prepped and ready to go. I'm going to take my other piece of acetate. And it has some score lines on it. Before I do the score lines, I think I'll pop out these little circles. And you can hear as I poke those out that some of them kind of need a little bit of a firm touch, but they pop out. Acetate can be die cut. It just takes some patience and sometimes just a little bit of extra force to pop out the die cut pieces. Okay. Here we go. Next Thursday is going to be fun. Next Thursday we're doing that. We're doing that indigo blue magazine kit. You guys are going to love that one. That is going to be so much fun. Boy, I love that kit. I think I told you I had to make myself stop working on that because it was great fun. I absolutely adore the stamps they put in it. And I love the die cuts they put in it. The papers are beautiful. I really underutilized the 6x6 stencil, but it does have a beautiful 6x6 stencil in it too. Now there's some score lines on my acetate. I'm going to fan fold those. So that it kind of gives me a, see there? I'm just going to fan fold those. First one toward me, away from me, and toward me again. There we go. All right. Now, I'm going to go to this piece, and I'm going to pop out the two major pieces on this sheet. I have a large one, and I have a smaller one. And then I have a couple of sentiments. I'm going to be sure and get those out before I toss the frame. Now, this one, I'm going to take a couple of pieces of my red liner tape. I'm going to take a couple pieces of my red liner tape, and I'm going to put it in. Now, I'm not sure you can see this, but I'm going to try and show it to you. There is kind of a ghosted in image on the back of this. You'll see it when you're looking at yours. That outlines a topper that's going to go on top of here. Keep your tape lines inside that ghosted area so that your tape won't show on your card, because this is going to have a topper coming up against this in the back. Come in real close on this, honey. Can you come in even closer? Can you see that kind of ghosted in? There you go. Now that we're showing it. You see that kind of ghosted in the area there? That's where our other topper is going to go on the other side of the acetate. So once you keep your tape lines inside that ghosted area, so you won't have any tape lines showing. And I'm going to put this on the outside. If this is the inside where the folded acetate is showing, I'm going to put this on the outside of my card. This is a little bit directional. One side is rounded and the other side is slightly, ever so slightly flattened. So you will be able to see which way it goes. And I'm just going to pop off these red liner tape. And I'm going to put this on the back of that finished piece that we did. Finished folding anyway. And see, this is why I wanted you to make sure you keep your tape lines inside, because the tape's going to show. But if I keep it inside that ghosted line, I don't have to worry about it. Now I have this little angel piece. She's adorable. It has a 3-part frame. I'm going to leave the 2 inside pieces together, and I'm going to take this frame off, the outside frame. It pops off fairly easily. And I'm going to put my angel on top of that ghosted line. So I'm going to put a little bit of tape behind here, and I'm going to line this up over that ghosted area. The ghosted area does 2 things. One, it shows you where your placement is so that you could keep your tape not showing from the other side. But it also serves to make sure that you get this on in such a way that everything lines up when the card is done. So I'm going to put probably another 3 pieces. I'm actually overlapping my frame a little bit because I don't want the frame coming loose. So what I mean by the frame is this die cut piece. I want to make sure that everything stays together here since I'm keeping those, so I'm using those 2 little pieces together. Push my red liner tape down good. I'm going to peel that tape, and then I'm going to center this right over that little ghosted area. Oh, here's my pieces that were missing from my other kit. Well, I'll fix that. Remember I told you I was missing my layering pieces? They're on this sheet. Oops. Brittany just gave them to me together instead of cutting them apart. Okay, I've got my little ghosted image there, and I'm going to pop this right over the top. Now I see that I probably should have taken my frame and the inside frame apart, because it looks like the little ghosted area there is just the inside of that topper, and they wanted the ring glued down separately, but I think I'm close. I'm going to take my other pieces, my layering pieces, I'm going to put some foam on them, and I'm going to line up my layering pieces on my card. Well, I'm so excited that I'm going to be able to fix my other little acetate angel. Okay, I'm going to put some foam squares on these pieces and line them up right on my angel. You guys sleeping out there? I don't see any chat happening. That's unusual. Okay, so I'm going to layer this right over my last image so it'll look really good. Lining everything up so that I get a perfect fit. That's nice. I'm going to take my next layer. It is very quiet here today, almost eerily quiet, Kathy girl.
Try my it says she's awake.
Okay, I've got my little dress on, and then I have one more little piece that kind of connects her bow. So I'm going to take a little, probably half square of this time. There we go. And I'm going to line this up here. This is just a bow and a little bit of her dress. Get that lined up just right. And now I have my little layered angel all lined up there. Now next, I'm going to take my acetate and I'm going to connect my two pieces of acetate with my ribbon. Now here's a couple things I learned with my sample card. I'm going to recommend that you feed through one side of the ribbon, and then come around the bottom of this first piece. And then I'm going to recommend to you that we want to firm up these pieces of ribbon to make them easier to feed through. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the end of my ribbon, and I'm going to glue my two pieces together after I've fed it through one of my pieces of acetate. So, and then I'm going to clip these at an angle to give myself a little point to push through my acetate, making it much easier for me to feed these pieces of acetate back and forth. So I'm going to come up through one, I'm going to go down through the next, and I'm going to line up the holes on the two pieces of acetate. And I'm going to push them through both pieces at a time, theoretically, which I would do if that didn't have a hole still in it. There we go. That's better. That's why it wouldn't go through. Okay, so now I'm going to just weave this back and forth through here. And by gluing the two ends and putting a little sharp point on it, this piece will be way easier to do. So I'm just feeding them through both at a time. Once you get everything lined up, it doesn't take long, but it does take a little bit to get everything lined up. Just back and forth, weaving them through the little acetate. Did I leave another hole in? See, I thought I got all these out, and now I see that there's two of them. There we go. It's worth it to make sure you get all those little holes out. That little glued point on there can help make this pushing this back and forth through here an easier job. I'm just laying one piece of acetate on top of the other, and now I'm winding that ribbon back and forth through. Just about to get to the top here. And when I get to the top, it's not going through. Do I have I have another hole in there. See, I thought I had them all out, but that's why it wasn't feeding through. So do a better job than I did of getting all the little pieces out. Okay, now I'm going to pull my ribbons apart. I'm going to tie myself a little knot. And I'm going to tie a bow at the top. I'll tie it big, then I'll pull it down smaller. Oh, come on, Deborah. You're better at this than that. Okay, so let's try that again. Just tie a little bow like I'm tying my shoes. And I'm going to pull these tails down to make that bow smaller. When I get it where I want it, I will clip this bow. And then I'm going to do the other side the same way. Let's check and make sure that I got all the little holes out before starting this time. I'll do the same thing there. I'm going to put my ribbon through one hole. Then I'm going to match up the ends. I'm going to put a little glue on there to stiffen up this ribbon and make it easier to run back and forth through. Clip it off and make it sharper so I can push it through more easily. Clip this at an angle so I've got a nice point to go through. I think that has to do, Mary, with the fact that that's what my mother always called me when she was unhappy with me. Timberland. Huh?
It's only fair you do it to us.
Lauren says it's only fair that Nama did it to me because I did it to them. I do it to them. Okay, you can line these up. And then you can just, this should be easier than I made it last time because I didn't have all of my little holes knocked out. But with that little sharp point on your ribbon, you should just be able to go back and forth through here. You have to kind of reach inside to pull the ribbon through when you get to the second side, but it's not really a problem. Saturday, I'm excited. We're starting quilling. I'm very excited about teaching you quilling. There are so many fun things we can do. Wait till you see. You're going to have a whole new way of putting flowers on things. You're going to have a whole new way of accenting your cards. I'm really, really enjoying it. I think it's great fun. And I think you'll enjoy it too. We got some good stuff coming up, you know it? Really good stuff. Okay, I've got my last loop in. I'm going to take my two ends apart. I'm going to, uh-oh, you know what I just did? I just did it the wrong way. Well, I'm not going to redo it right now, but you'll see where we're going anyway. I should have started at the other end. And I'd have my bow at the wrong end here. So I'm going to pull that out and do it over. But I am going to show you the last step before I do that. At least it'll be fairly easy to pull out. I'm not going to do it again right now. We're going to take this little piece of frame that we took off, and we're going to put it on this top piece. I'm going to, well, I think I'll go ahead. It's best, since we're using acetate, to go ahead and use, thank you, Kathy girl. I'm going to go ahead and use red liner tape. It's better to use red liner when you're gluing to acetate than it is to use glue, because there's nothing for the glue to hang on to. So it can just pop loose. The red liner tape will actually hold that in place. Regular tape would probably do this too, but I happen to have this red liner sitting here today, so that's what I'm going to use. Thank you, Mary Glasson. And we'll put this last one on. I'm not going to make you guys watch me rethread that ribbon, because that's not the best use of your time or mine. But I am going to put this on here and hold it up so you can see what this pretty card looks like finished. It is kind of fun to thread the ribbon and stuff through, though. It's just something kind of different to do. We do have thin red liner tape. Can you, it's under adhesives. I think we have some both in Hunkydory and in regular. Go down to products, and then product types, and choose adhesive. And I think you'll find the red liner tape. Okay, this little frame goes right around this window. It just gives this just kind of an extra little touch. Just position it on.
Not do the 6mm. That's a hobby journal.
Thank you, Betty. Yeah, the hobby journal is fine. 6mm would be 1/4 inch tape. Okay, so you have to pretend I have this ribbon put on the other side. But this is your...
I have a 3mm.
Yeah, we have it. That, what I'm using is probably the 3mm. It's the 1/8 inch wide tape. Isn't that cute, guys? This all squishes down, so it'll go in an envelope and then pops right back because it's acetate. This will stand up pretty. It will stand up. Let me get the one that I did before. This one, I got to put my other images in. I can't believe I thought Brittany left them out. Let me pop these on here, and then this can act as my sample for you, because I missed. I didn't realize they were both on that one sheet. Silly me. Oh yeah, definitely. You gotta keep an eye on what's going to show through the acetate. That is a very good point. Okay, got that on. Just gonna layer this onto the next piece, put this in where it belongs. Here, all this time I thought it was missing something, and I wasn't. It was here all along. And I'll put this one on, and we'll use this as our sample of a finished card. Because it's really pretty when it's done properly. Love these little angels. They're so very, very pretty. There we go. And this is what your card will look like when it's finished, and it will stand up. Isn't that beautiful? It will stand up on the shelf. Gorgeous, huh? Aren't they beautiful? This is the acetate angels. And as soon as we're off today, I will mark these down for you. Gorgeous. I think this makes 8. And this is a little bit more expensive kit, isn't it? But isn't it beautiful? But I'm going to mark it down for you in any case. So those are projects for today, guys. We have completed our acetate angel cards. I still have to complete this one because I threaded it wrong. But I will get that. Hi, Dan. We finished our pop-out card. I really like this. I like that you can write a nice big note. I like that it's different than you expect when you open it. I really like that. I even like the little band that goes around it. It fits very nicely in your envelope. This would be such an easy technique to incorporate in your other cards. We did our little trinket box. We did our teddy bear reveal card with the cute little certificates. These would be so cute for kids. Teddy bear reveal, and we did our notelet set. $16 for everything, including this notelet set, which by itself was $9. So that's a great deal. And then I'm going to, if you want to buy any of the individual kits, I'm marking those down, putting them in Brit's Bargain for 10% off. If you already bought one of those today while I've been talking about them, I will put an account credit on for the 10%. So you won't have wasted your money by shopping ahead. I think that's it. Next Thursday, we're going to do the really, really beautiful cards from the, I do so love these, the beautiful cards from the indigo blue. These are just such pretty cards. Thank you, Mary R., for reminding people to smash that like button. I love this stamp, this part of this set. It's gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful. Using that butterfly stamp that comes in here and a piece of my, or a bit of my Jamie Rogers. I made this inspiration card. Here's another one of my butterflies, your hybrid ink pad will dry on the acetate. It just takes quite a long time to dry. And then you can cut out that acetate and make your butterflies. And you can fold and crease this acetate just as we just did in the angel card to create that dimensional butterfly we want. Okay.
Another question. When and what is the new G45 class?
Oh, I haven't listed it yet. It's going to be 2 more weeks. We have 2 quilling classes, and then we will be doing it. This is the, I believe it's called Elegance class, and we will be making beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cards from Graphic 45 with the Elegance kit. I'm going to put some flowers on these last few. I haven't, this one is not quite done. I'm going to put either some roses or some quilled flowers. I haven't decided for sure yet, but I'm going to put some flowers on this one yet. I might put some flowers on this one. I haven't decided for sure yet. Oh, it's going to be gorgeous. And I'm definitely going to put some flowers on this one. But here's some of the works in process.
When do you think this kit will be listed?
I'm not sure. I just got to get some time to work on it, guys.
Early next week?
Yeah, I think maybe Friday. Maybe Friday, if I can get it done, get my samples done, Brittany could list it over the weekend or on Friday when she's here. But aren't they pretty, pretty, pretty? Gorgeous, gorgeous set. So that will probably be listed later this week. And I've shown you my quilling kit and my quilling stuff several times now. You either are or are not interested, but wowzer, we got some great stuff coming up. Really good. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I enjoyed it. Oh, that is tomorrow, isn't it? It might be the first of the week, Mary, because I don't know that I'm going to work on them tonight. I'm kind of tired tonight. So yeah. They might get up tomorrow. It just depends on whether I have time to work on them between now and the time that Brittany would have to have them to get them out the door. If not, I'll put Margie on putting them together on Monday or Tuesday. Okay, I think that's it. Unless there are any other questions, comments, or pearls of wisdom, I'm going to, yeah, time for a nap for me too, Kathy, girly girl. I'm tired tonight. We will sign off for tonight. I will see you on Saturday for quilling. I'm so excited to do that with you. I really, really love the quilling kit. And we're going to have such great fun. Wait till you see what you're going to learn. Oh my gosh, there's so much. It's going to be great fun. So for now, I'm going to say good night, Gracie.